Brianna. I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict, and also suffer from some mental health issues. And I'm from Florida. I have gone through some family traumas growing up, and my parents kind of have problems with alcohol and drugs too, so I feel like that's definitely a part of my story. And then when I was in high school, my mom's drinking kind of got out of hand, and her mental health kind of also came along with it, which I feel like in most cases it does happen. And then there was a school shooting at my school in 2018 where a lot of people were killed, and that was probably the most traumatic thing that I've been through. We didn't really know what exactly was going on. All we heard was that the shooter was coming our way. So that was really scary because we didn't know who it was. Like, they were in the walkie-talkies trying to figure it out. And then the fire alarm went off, so we all ran out, like walking out, like goofing off, like it's a fire like drill, And then a bunch of teachers are just like, run, run. And like, so we're all running up, like scared, didn't know what was going on. And then, like I said, in the walkie-talkies, we're hearing like, oh, the shooter's going towards the Spanish building. And like, that's the building I was in. So it was really scary. And then afterwards, when we were all like evacuating, so like SWAT came in or whatever, and there was like snipers everywhere. It was really like, whoa, what's going on? Like, it was just a normal day. It was Valentine's Day too, so it was supposed to be like a happy, loving day. And then as we're leaving, like, we drop all our backpacks and like we're evacuating. And then later on we found out, like, for the people that weren't, because it only happened in the freshman building, people were killed. And I actually had a class right before that in the freshman building. Thank God, but that kind of came along with survivor's guilt, Like, I felt guilty because 17 people died, and like, I made it, like, why me? Especially with all the depression and all this other stuff, like, it just made everything worse. And being blinded, instead of worrying about the families, which of course I worried about the families, but instead of really like saying those are the people that are going through it, I was focused on me and my family, because my mom had gotten shot when she was younger. So she suffered from some PTSD, I guess, when it happened. And then she was getting drunk all the time, and then she like would try to kill herself all the time and blame it on me. Like, she would say it was all my fault, she hates me. And so that was really hard, because then I started to hate myself, because my parents were so like verbally abusive and I was so young. It was like hard for me to build self-esteem just from myself. Usually that comes from family too, and like positive reinforcement, and it just didn't. So then that's when my mental health really like went off the edge. I finally gave up on her and I was like, I need to go. So I moved in with my dad, and then I was sexually assaulted by a man. And after that, I was like, oh, people go through worse, like, I can deal with this. And then the drugs just got worse. Like, I just didn't want to feel anything, so I numbed everything. And finally it got to the point where like I thought it was manageable, but like I wasn't remembering things, like for months I don't remember things. I wasn't living a normal life, and like I thought it was fine. Like, I thought I'm only hurting myself, but I wasn't only hurting myself. I was hurting so many other people around me. And then I finally went to my mom and I was like, I'm either gonna die or I need to go into treatment. When I got to Evolutions, I was in a really bad place. I was very scared. I was broken. So at this point, I had been to like 3 other rehabs, and obviously nothing really worked for me. I couldn't stay sober. And then coming here, I was very desperate. And thank God, because I got really good therapy here. I've been in therapy since I was 7 years old, so I've been to like countless therapists, paid hundreds of dollars, and here, like, they actually care compared to the other rehabs I've been to, compared to therapists I've paid for. So Peter was awesome. I've been through like, a lot of traumatic events, and he specializes in trauma therapy. So that helped, and he's like very knowledgeable. on so many different things, and he's also in recovery himself, so it's really good to be with someone relatable. And then once I got to PHP and IOP, I had Alith as my therapist, and she was also awesome. Like, I thought, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to PHP, I'm not gonna have Peter. But then I had Alith, and it was like so different, but still so amazing. Like, there's so, like, you'll have there's so many different types of therapists. It's such a variety, and it really like changed my life. Like, it's not an understatement. Like, it completely changed my life. Just my mental stability now is probably the thing I'm most grateful for, because I would wake up and kind of just be like, this sucks. But now I wake up and I'm like excited for the day, you know, like I'm happy that I'm here. And it took a lot of self-reflection and hard work and working a program. Like, I never thought that I would enjoy meetings or have a sponsor or be working a program, or so I've gained a lot of good things.